The D's coming off their biggest loss in their short AFLW history. 34 points to Collingwood. How do they respond here tonight?
We're underway tonight at Casey Fields, and the first clearance goes to the skipper in Zilke towards Frederick Traub, who's been so good this year in Paxman. They'll need a big game tonight for the D's if they're to win and keep their finals hopes alive. Pearce back into the side this week. Erin Hall having a rest for Melbourne tonight after a big first 4 weeks in her career. Here's Pearce getting a touch early, good to see. Smith, who started on ball, drive it towards centre half forward. It's a bit of a foot race. Here's Zanka, her first opportunity to touch the foot. He does well, turns nice, but couldn't get the arms free. Holding the ball. Too far out to score, so she'll go to the top of the square, coming across Hildebrand. You know how courageous she is. And here's Pearce, first chance, kick a goal, her first for the year. Well, that's the start Melbourne needed, led by their skipper. Melbourne have the first goal on the board early here tonight.
Great job by Daisy. She needed to have a really important start tonight. She was well held last week, and just to have that space at the stoppage to find some space, I suppose, to get the goal. I mean, you just can't leave her free like that. She's too dangerous. She's the best clearance player for Melbourne, and they have to sit on her like Collingwood did last week.
Watkins for the Lions. Now Ashmore tackling. It'll be rolled up.
Geez, that was nearly a dangerous tackle.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Little Lily Mithen.
I mean, she's so light that can quite easily happen, but geez, you need to be careful.
So their big guns getting their hands on the footy. Cunningham. Shelley Scott working in close quarters. And a high tackle from Cranston. Leah Kasler will take the free kick for the Lions.
Vice-captain for Brisbane this year, Leah Kasler, showing why there. So after a little bit of confusion, we're going to see the ball tossed back in. We're down the Demons side here. Very shallow throw-in. And as a result, the umpire blows his whistle and we'll reset and do it all again.
Tegan Cunningham was forced to play high up last week, and it's not where she wants to be. She wants to be one out in the goal square so she can use that reach she's got with those long arms to take the contested mark.
So Pearce and Randall fighting for that front spot down to Scott. Fires out the handball to O'Day, who was stripped of it. Charging in there was Mithen. O'Day goes and wins her own footy, and then Pearce played for the free. The umpire wasn't falling for it. Bodies on the line everywhere at the moment. A high ball, it'll land out.
Started well, and here's Anderson. We spoke about it's been much improved. Here's Newman. Will go towards top of the square, but just goes through for a minor behind. So these with all the early play.
Melbourne are kicking with the wind, but it is hard to penetrate that wind. You know, the distance and the power of the female kick at this point in time.
So there's a lot of players around this footy. Said it's been all in Melbourne's half. O'Day comes through, throws it on the boot. Oh, it just hits the post.
So she was their #1 ruck last year, and now Erin Hall rested tonight. She comes back in as that #1 ruck, and dare I say it, Lee, kicking like a ruck. I didn't say
You said it.
No.
Me.
No.
As we tick down now towards 3.5 minutes remaining in this first term. Melbourne will be looking to capitalise on this dominance of forward half possession. The umpire is going to pay holding the ball. It's against Kasler. Hasn't kicked the goal yet this season. Will send it around. The breeze will bring it back. Didn't get the distance. Newman. Oh, great desperation again by Lutkins. Hasn't she been magnificent? Pearce going for a second. Oh, Daisy Pearce. The skipper's got two. And the Demons can kick away early in this first term.
Huge goal by Daisy. We said that they had to hit the scoreboard in this quarter with that slight breeze, and that's a captain's effort. 2 goals in the first quarter. As you said before, Lee, she only kicked 1 goal in her AFLW career, but tonight is a night she needs to stand up, and she's already doing so.
Well, this is what champions do. No doubt after getting tagged last week, she would have looked at how she can add to her game, what she can do different.
So Stanton just stabs the pass. Defensive spoil was good from behind. Comes back the way of Stanton, and then she is tackled, wrapped up by Catherine Smith. That's holding the ball.
What great closing speed by Catherine Smith. That's what they need from their half-backs and their general defenders, just to apply that pressure, keep that ball moving.
The 2 goals. Can they try and get one more late in this quarter? Cranston Can't gather, good pressure. Have another boundary throw in. Pearce, 5 disposals and 2 goals, leading the way. And that's dangerous ruck contest. The umpires maybe played a Shepherd, and Randall, who's leading the competition in hitouts.
She's lucky.
Very lucky, I thought.
So last chance here for the Lions, and Lutkins knows it. She goes long and strong. Can't find a teammate to mark that. Wobbles around in there, eventually comes to O'Day, kicks around the corner. Here's Newman. Maybe still time to score Alicia Newman. She's an excitement machine. She moves it quickly, kicks long into the pocket, too long in fact. And the siren sounds for quarter time here at Casey Fields. AFLW season and a half, and that was last year. Here we go into the second term. Randall wins it easily. Look for Anderson. Guess who? Pearce with the Dusty Martin fend off and then kicking inside 50. Slipped through the fingers of Zanka. Comes the way of Erin Hoare. Oh, she's got great speed. Handball's back inboard. This is Zanka on the banana. Is it going to bounce through for a goal on debut? It's been touched just. Eden Zanka.
We see Wushner now trying to get involved in the game. Hasn't had many opportunities in this first quarter. Gets to the back. Ashmore, we know she's got speed. Oh, well done. Oh, Ashmore hits the post from the goal square.
Eagle handball, but anyway, Hickey kicks to a 1-on-2. Thump down, Zanka, off to Cranston. Now she loves to run. She tucks the ball under her arm. She has another bounce. There's no one inside 50. Oh, eventually poking out there is Phillips. Phillips gives it back to Eden. Zanka on debut into an open goal. She misses.
Chance now as the D's through Jacobson. Will go inside 50 once again. Kasler couldn't take the mark that time. And here's Zanka again. It has Ellie Anderson. Hickey, who looks much more comfortable across half-back, drives the ball towards Cunningham, and it's a dangerous kick by Hildebrand. Oh, made a half for Lutkins. This could be a chance, but they're defending on, then out of the air. Cunningham, Zanka, the Lions doing what they do so well, defending their own goal line. They'll try and clear it, they're under pressure. Pearce almost ripped it away from Bates.
Waiting at the back is Teague. Teague assesses the options, tries to put it on the chest of Pearce. She goes to ground. Frederick Traub cleans up. Now, this is Smith. An awkward one, a high one. Leading at ground level is Cranston, forced to tackle Randall. Now the handball fired out. Anderson starting to get a little bit more of it. A little give and go. Through the centre of the ground they go. No one's home though. There is not one Brisbane Lion player inside 50.
The classy Wushner, but she doesn't have much to kick to, so she gives to McCarthy. And we know she'll run all the way. 2 bounces, 3 bounces, have a shot at goal, pulls the kick out of bounds on the full.
Puts it on the trusty left. Pearce knocked off it. Hoare goes to ground. Stolen by Bates, hurries the kick. Frederick Traub gets herself in the right position. Couldn't quite take the mark. How's her second effort? She spins, she snaps, and she goals. Frederick Traub. And Brizzy have got the opener in the second term.
She's had the most contested marks of any Lions player in the competition, and that's what she does so well. She's so strong. She's got the big body to outmuscle her opponent, and then when the ball hits the deck lee, she's really clean and good below her knees, and that's what she needs to do. I'd keep her a little bit deeper in that 50 so that when they do get that out there, there's someone to kick to. To being more even this quarter.
Pearce go in the Cunningham direction. Paxman front and square. Put the ball into space. It's now a foot race. Hildebrand and Scott. Shelley Scott, can she gather? She doesn't. Tries to go off the ground. Just goes through for the one behind.
And now Phillips, Guest it is rather. Guest teams up with Teague. Teague gives it to Daisy Pearce. Look away, handball to Guest, tackled over the line by Ashmore. It will take her best effort in the pocket. She's going to curl it around. It doesn't curl enough. It'll go right across the face, and it's been marked on the line by Patterson, who... This is going to be a promising second half as we get underway. It was Pearce and Randall. Neither wins it. Pearce shovels it out to Daisy Pearce, who gives it to Phillips. Steps around a couple of Brisbane Lion players. And then Smith tackles back to Pearce. O'Day just thumps it inside 50. It beats Cranston, an unkind bounce. It'll sit here for Lutkins. Cranston works her way back in front to see the safety of the boundary. Randall and Cranston. Cranston in front. She does well. Gets it down to Hoare. Hoare, little chip kick. Cranston looking to go again. Here's Zanker on debut. Could have got a free head for high contact in there. A little unlucky. Pearce tackled by Frederick Traub. Just muscles her off the ball. And a holding, wobbly kick off to the left.
It wasn't her best shot of goal, but she won't take one.
Looking to give it off, Kate, as you can imagine. On, it's just waiting at the back. It's sat beautifully for Hoare, who has been paid the mark.
You can get the opportunity like Kate Hoare has here.
The rookie, the Demons rookie, she's kicked 2-3 for the season. Let's make that 2-4. So Cunningham didn't quite read it well in the air. Zanker at ground level, tried to flick it up to Cranston. Again, Brisbane with the numbers. Oh, Cranston picks her pocket. Cranston goes on the left. Cranston just misses to the near side.
Opportunities, Anderson, good handball. Gives to Gibson. He'll have a run and a bounce. Has a player over the top, but decides to go further towards Ashmore. He takes the mark inside 50. He's drifted forward a bit this year. Ashmore, it's a tough kick. A bit of an angle. She strikes it pretty nicely. Just goes across the face of goal. She's got the distance in her. Will kick from 40 metres. Strikes it nicely. Goes across the face. But Frederick Traub, too big for Cordner. Taking the mark.
Going to go the banana.
Looks like she's going to go the left foot. Oh no, she's gone the banana and she's kicked it. On the Brisbane Lions, they're hanging around. They're only a goal down in this third quarter.
That's what they do well, the Brisbane Lions. They make the most of their opportunities. I mean, Sabrina Frederick Traub is the best contested mark in that team, and she just displayed that there. Read the flight of the ball better, I think, Lee. She just understood where it was going to drop, and she knew what she wanted to do to execute that goal.
Yeah, she leads the competition in contested marks for a reason.
So Hildebrand on the left, long and strong. Exxon is there. She's got to beat a couple. Easy pickings for Shelley Scott. Shelley Scott, 3 goals, 2 so far for the season. Steps over 50, sends it on its way. It goes like a rocket and it lands in the lap of Cunningham. So Tegan Cunningham from directly in front. She's going to open up the angle a little bit and she has just squeezed that through. Goal number 6 of her season.
A regulation drop punt, but if that's what, you know what, if that's what gets the job done, if that's what makes you comfortable under pressure, then that's what you do.
Just the value of the contested marking in the AFLW game. We saw Frederick Traub do it at one end and kick a goal. Now the other best contested mark in the game has done it for the D's. Ryan bridge the gap once more. Scott, who's been important this quarter, again goes to Cunningham. Hildebrand, oh, the courage, unbelievable. Both girls are still down. They're not in a good way, either one of the girls. So we'll keep an eye on that, but the courage cannot be questioned. As Grierson hits the post.
Both players have not moved, Lee. Hildebrand and Cunningham. Oh, Cunningham's in a bad way. Blood spilling from her nose. What about the courage and the bravery here? Both players with their eye on the ball, clash of heads.
Did not take their eye off the footy, either woman. That's, well.
That is so courageous, but tough to watch. So trainers out there very quickly on the spot. Brisbane Lions have come together as a group in one side, and Melbourne players, a couple of low fives, trying to get themselves in a group here with the final minute before three-quarter time. Of course, their concern straight away would be for their teammates.
Hildebrand has just done that week after week this season, Kelly. She's been kamikaze at times with her commitment to the contest, and there's 2 ways this can go for the teams. It can either galvanise a team and they can be inspired by what their teammates done, or it can rattle some players as well to see one of their friends, one of their teammates injured. But that is a good sight to see both women able to walk off the ground. They get an applause and some pats on the back from teammates.
So does it suck the oxygen out of you as a team, or does it lift you to greater heights? The stakes are so high, a quarter and a little bit to play in this one. Second v third. It's good to see both players being able to get back up on their feet and make their way slowly to the bench.
Incredible courage and commitment from Nicole Hildebrand and Team Cunningham. Thankfully, both girls were able to walk from the field, but...
Too far out to score, lowers the eyes, has a player coming across, great mark, Gibson. Nice kick, the distance won't be a problem. Hits it nicely, kicks the goal, she celebrates.
So well there was their ball movement. They hit targets, they put the ball in front of their teammates to move forward into. It's exactly how they forwards want the ball delivered to them.
Active, high, uncontested footy side. They play some really good football, but can they win the tough contest? And this will do their premiership chance. The world of good, and Kate Core has certainly done that for the D's, and they come from everywhere. And Melbourne extend their lead to 14 points.
Right time, right place, right time, Lee. She just understands where she needs to be. She got lucky, a great bump by O'Day, and she's got the ball on the boot quickly. It's all she needed to do.
Coming up just for her first disposal for the day. Puts it towards Frederick Traub, but there's about 4 players to beat.
For a teammate to get the kick away, although Zanchetta sends it back inside just as quickly. Pearce, that's Daisy Pearce to Mithen. And she hasn't moved since she got that disposal away. The umpire says free kick to the Demons. Daisy Pearce very, very slow to get up. It was a collision with Frederick Traub, and then a little tunnelling incident. Sees Jazzy Grierson go to ground.
She got hit really hard, Pearce, and she's up and she's breathing pretty hard, but she knows she needs to lead the way in this last quarter.
Stanton. Now what does she look up and see? Plenty of Melbourne players, but can she get it over the back to Wushner? Well done, Melbourne. And House is air on the outside of the boot. Oh, can't make the most of it.
But I really think we need to see a little bit more from her. She needs to be creating the marking contest and giving those small forwards something to work with.
Now, I'm not sure what Brooke Patterson was trying to do, bringing it back into play, but I think she stepped over the line. And Sabrina Frederick Traub, a chance here for the Lions. Frederick Traub takes it out of the rack and snaps the goal. She's got 3, and the Lions are still alive.
What amazing body use by Frederick Traub. She just pushed her under in that contest, understood she had space and just put the ball on the boot. She is having one hell of a game, Frederick Traub.
She's too strong and was clever. She thought that through before the ball was thrown up, Kate. She knew what she was going to do. She knew she was going to work Pearce under the footy and grab it and kick the goal. And now, well, game on. She's got the speed. She goes around the body. It's going to bounce in the goal square. How will it sit? Air, tackle, gets around 2 opponents, can't get around the third. Umpire says play on. Wushner, we see here on replay.
Slow motion.
Yeah, the umpire, I'm not sure if she got a fist of that.
Zilke thought about the handball and then just pumps it long. They need a contested mark. Frederick Traub's there. Oh, not quite. He hits the ground. Ashmore running straight and hard at the boundary line. Brisbane Lions this year. Still plenty of time. Sends it long. Frederick Traub needs to beat a whole host. It bounces at the back. And Kat Phillips is able to mop up. Oh, that's a dangerous kick. An awkward bounce. It clears a few. Latkin's handball's over the top. Zilke, can the captain do something? She's set upon. She wins a free. And she's going to have a set shot from a distance that'll really test her. Back from a punctured lung and broken ribs. She's given it off to Gibson, who's a thumping kick. It's a high ball. They need a mark. Oh, Hickey fumbles it. It slips straight through her fingers. There's a whole heap of Brisbane Lions players around. Exxon's fighting hard, scrapping, and they're happy to hold it up here, the D's.
Well, this is it.
Last play of the night. Will Sabrina do it again?
Last stoppage. She tried to grab it out of the air. She'll follow up. She'll give it along the ground, out of bounds. That should be a free kick to Melbourne. And that might be enough. 6 seconds, the clock stops. Paxman just needs to not turn the ball over. to keep the Demons' season alive. One last chance. The D's will hold on, and fittingly, Daisy Pearce will finish with the ball. The Brisbane Lions players want the free kick, but it's none. And Melbourne will hold on in a pulsating game of football. 4-10-34 to 4-4-28.
A pulsating finish as Melbourne held their nerve to win by 6 points and save their season. Some happy faces there for the Melbourne girls as they celebrate a win after a couple of really difficult weeks on the road. Lee Montagna and Kate Sheehan, the Lions were charging right towards the end. Controversy with a potential free kicker not paid deep in their forward 50, but the 4 points so crucial in their premiership chase.